Hello guys, welcome to the Thursday forecast. So this one is a little later today, I was busy. So I had a lot of trades in the past few hours and let's get started with the euro and US dollar as usual. So right here what I was seeing, so I did take a loss unfortunately on EU. What I was seeing a really strong trend. So as you can see, there was a really nice uptrend. Small pullback, continuation, small pullback, continuation, almost no wick at the top. So this was really a textbook trend for me, and I was happy to place a pending order for the combo trade. And the combo trade is just when we get the pullback, then a small pause, and then another leg of the pullback. So let me take it even further back, it will be easier. At this point I didn't want to place a pending order for it to just tag me with a V reversal. On this pair it doesn't fit my plan, but I waited for that small pause. So and after these candles I was very happy to place that pending long order at the inside bar, which would be here, and to get tagged in. So I got tagged in with the next candle. It looked good for a while, but then unfortunately I got stopped out for a 1% loss. So that is what happened on EU, but I really like this trade. This one was such a nice trade and it looked great, really looked awesome, and it didn't work out. That's just a lesson that even the perfect trades can also not work out, and you can also take losses even when the price action looks absolutely textbook. So yeah, then we broke the high, retraced, broke the low, retraced, broke the low, left an absolutely huge wick, and I think we are now stuck in this range. So what I can forecast on EU currently, I can actually forecast that we will get a larger range. Very high probability this will happen because we broke the high, retraced, broke the low, retraced, left a huge wick here, left a huge wick here. So that is what I can expect. What I would like to see is a nice large push and then a flag, or maybe a corrective pullback to the entry point. Also would be willing to take a short if I saw that, or a nice large impulse, then just a flag. Or we can start to descend, get a reversal and trade to the upside, or we can get that V reversal, that small range, and then a continuation of the second V leg. That is a high probability pattern that I look for in the markets. Or we can get a nice large push and then a flag to go long, or we can start to ascend, then break the high correctively and get a reversal, look for a trade to go short. What I do need to keep in mind is if we do get that larger range, we have to take a look at the liquidity areas. So right here and above, how the price reacts in those areas. So does it just break and retrace, or does it break and give us a nice continuation? Very important to look at that. That is where most retail traders get stuck, because they do play the liquidity areas and they don't look at how the price action reacts right there. So yeah, very important stuff. Okay, so on EJ, also another textbook, completely textbook trade. I really like this. This was perfect. So we had a large impulse, then we had a small pullback, then we continued, had a huge impulse, some really nice momentum, clean close, almost no wick, and then we got a nice clean short small flag, as you can see right here. So this would be the first leg, this would be the small pullback, and this would be the second leg. This would be the entry candle. So the entry candle is the first bullish candle after reform a flag. And yeah, this one was, the low was higher than the prior one, so this was a valid flag and it looked awesome. I mean, it just looked great. But it was also spread hours, so I waited for the spread hours to finish to enter, because we know when the spread hours occur that the spreads can largen a lot. You can get stopped out by just the spread. We definitely want to avoid that, so we wait for them to finish, and then place a pending order at the level where you would be in. So I placed a pending order and got tagged in after spread hours, and then unfortunately got tagged out for a 1% loss. So again, a nice lesson that even the perfect trades sometimes don't work out, and it's just the way the market works. My win rate is about 40 to 50%, so the losses are just a part of the game, and there are going to be even more losses than winners, but the winners far outweigh the losses in terms of percentage. So yeah, something to keep in mind to get your psychology right. And then we broke the high, retraced, broke the low. Maybe some people were looking at a reversal trade right here for the price to tag them in on this inside bar, but for me personally it didn't fit my plan, because this was not the high probability. This was just regular price action, just a small ascending. So this push was not enough. I wanted to see another candle, and this was not a clean close. We left the wick, so this just didn't fit my plan at all for a reversal. It was too dirty of a setup. What I wanted to see is another candle. Then I would look for a short trade, but we retraced straight from here. So maybe some people got tagged in, but if it fits their plan, then it's okay. And then we broke the high, retraced, broke the low, retraced. So really same story as on EU. We broke the high, left a huge wick, broke the low, left a huge wick, and then what I can forecast now is a larger range. Of course, we know that the euro really likes to do these larger ranges. Also keep in mind the liquidity areas, some really important stuff. If you just break and retrace, or if we break and continue, then you know to look for a nice trade. And also what I can forecast, some situations where I would take a trade is if we continue down and get a really nice push, 2 candle push at least, or one huge candle with a clean close. That would also fit my plan personally. Or we can start to descend, then get a reversal up, or we can get that V and that pattern of a range and then a continuation of the second V leg. High probability pattern, looking for trades when I see that. Or we can get a large push up, look for a long trade. Also we can start to ascend, then look for a reversal and a short trade. Same story as on the EU, looks very similar. Had a loss on both of the pairs, but let's see what the rest of the week will bring us, and maybe next week. But we are starting to form some really high probability setups, so we need to keep alert. Okay, so the Aussie pairs, so I'm in a trade right here. Let me place actually. No, I don't really need to place a alert yet. So what I was seeing right here, in the prior price action, I was seeing a smaller descending. As you can see, let me mark it out right here. And then we got this nice push down, and then we got a V reversal to the upside. So we got a V. And then we got a small candle pullback, and we continued in the direction of the second leg. So to me, this is that pattern that I'm always forecasting, is the V, then either a small range and the continuation of the second leg, or it's a V, and then a small pullback and a nice continuation in the direction of the second leg. So I call this pattern volatility in favor of the trade, because you can see that this second leg is much, let's say, well, we have the V and then it continued in the direction of the second leg, so the second leg is in favor of the trade. And yeah, this then looked very good to place a pending long order, because I wanted to just get tagged in by one candle. So definitely was happy to place a pending long order even after this closed. And on the next candle then I got tagged in, and price continued to the upside. So currently I do have some profit locked in, which is good. And let's see if I can further reduce my risk, or if it will just take me out. So what I'm looking for a push up and then to scale into the trade, so to get in more long trades. Or I'm looking for an ascending then a reversal, and then look for a short trade, or I'm looking for this V and then a small range, and then to continue in the second leg direction, look for a short trade, or I want to see a nice large push down and a short trade, or a descending structure, reversal up, and a long trade. But currently I classify this as trending to the upside. I'm in a long trade. I want to scale into it, so I want to look for more long positions, but this currently is not looking that good. So we broke this high, retraced, left a huge wick, broke the high, just retraced, not really giving us much momentum, but let's see what will happen. Let's see some evidence before taking any other trades. Okay, so AJ, so this was a pure slaughter. Had 2 losses actually on this pair, and but yeah, they both fit my plan. So let's take it back to here. What I was seeing at this point, I was seeing a descending structure, and then I was seeing that reversal up. So very high probability for me personally that this would continue up. We did leave a wick right here, but because we formed this smaller bomb or flag, I wasn't really concerned with the wick, so we got then a flag formation. Also, I really like this wick to a downside, signaling to us that the momentum down cannot be sustained. Really like that, definitely. And then we got our entry candle right here. This was the entry bullish candle after the flag formed. And to me, this fit my plan. I liked it. It was, for me personally, a smaller flag. And these quick small flags is what I like on the Aussie pairs. So I was not really concerned with this wick at the end of the impulse, and I was willing to place a long order after this candle closed, and then I got tagged out unfortunately. So that is what happened, but it fit my plan, so really can't do nothing about that one. Then we continued to the upside, got a really nice close, but there was a liquidity area. So at this point I was not looking for a long trade, but what happened then, we got a small pullback, and then we continued to the upside. And at this point I saw this as a continuation of this nice uptrend. It was just a 1 candle break, but looking at the prior price action, we had this nice push, no shift in momentum, and a small pullback. Then we continued. So for me personally, I did like this, and I placed a pending long order at this inside bar, and I was willing to take the risk because for me and through my backtesting, I found that these setups do work. And then I got tagged in and tagged out with the same candle. This is a common story for the past month or 2 months where AJ just tags me in and tags me out with 1 candle. But it's what happens, it fits my plans, so not gonna cry about it, but just gonna continue trading. And then we got a nice clean close right here. I placed another pending long order at this inside bar because I really like this momentum, but unfortunately didn't get tagged in, and the price continued to the upside. So currently I don't have a pending long order at the inside bar. Currently I'm just waiting for the break of the high or the sorry, I'm not waiting for the break of the high or the low. I would possibly take a flag if it creates a range, and then a flag because we have this huge wick. So because of this huge wick, see this wick, for me it's not, for me this is a big wick and this is just a huge wick. When I see this, I need to see a range no matter what happens. So if we do get that range, I will be looking for a flag, or I will be looking for a corrective descending to the inside bar entry point right here. But I think we'll break the high. If we break the high, I'm 100% looking for a break and retest trade to get in long, so definitely looking for that. Or maybe we start to create an ascending, then I will be looking for a reversal. One thing to note, I need to see a nice clean reversal on the Aussie and the Japanese yen, since I found they don't tend to work out that much. So I need to see some clean price action. Or I would like to see a nice large push and then look for a flag. Or maybe we get a V and then a range. continue in the second leg, and then look for a, sorry, I think you didn't see that one, V range, and then something like this. Or maybe we start to get a descending to the downside, look for a reversal and a long trade. Or we get the large push down, then I would look for a flag to go short. So yeah, that is it. Had many trades in the past few hours. Most of them were losses. Let's see if the Aussie gives us a nice push, and maybe we will get in on some long trades, maybe scale in. I think AJ looks good now. If we do break this high and get a clean close, I'm in. So yeah, that is it for the forecast, and I will see you guys tomorrow.